Alright guys, thanks for watching, man. Thanks for staying with me, guys. Real quick, so let's talk a little bit. These are some of the things I do. I always tend to do after I install a transmission, okay? I never just install it, go drive it, and hand it to the customer. Alright, I always come back, go on a test drive, and come back and recheck my fluid. I check my fluid before I go on a test drive, but I also check it after I get back in the shop, okay? And another thing I do, I always go over to the computer and verify if there's any fault codes in the computer. And one important thing that I tend to do all the time is check and verify if there's any transmission flash updates, okay? So if this is a new transmission, you might as well, in fact you should go back in with the newer calibration that's available. There may be some changes that the engineers deem necessary to make this transmission shift even better than it was designed to shift when it was born, okay? Now that's a new piece of hardware. It's a newer transmission, a reman transmission, but the software updates along with the newer transmission could make for a long-lasting transmission. And all right guys, one important fact I want to mention, this is a nag transmission. Please guys, service your transmission doing at the recommended scheduled maintenance time, okay? I'm getting ready to go over and tear this transmission down that I took out of here, because I can almost guarantee, first of all, I knew it's never been serviced, which means the pan's never been off. But I want to see what it looked like inside. I want to see the trash that's in the filter. I want to see how heavy that filter is, okay? Now you know that filter sits up on top of the valve body. I've seen some so heavy the filter just fell out, okay? And you're never going to move when that happens. That's because it's so full of trash and debris from worn out transmission parts, such as a torque converter. Torque converter break down over time, people. So when it do, that debris has to go somewhere. It's going to end up in your filter. That's why you should change your filter every so often at the scheduled maintenance time that you should. Alright, so right now I'm going to go over to the computer and see if any updates, and then we're going to go split this transmission up a little bit. I got to turn it back in. It's a core charge on it, so I got to turn it back in. I'm going to split that up and take a look at it inside and see how I look inside. Alright, so stay with me guys, don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Welcome back guys. I am back at my computer right now. We're going to talk about some of the things I tend to do after replacing a transmission. I mean, of course you're supposed to fill it up, verify the fluid level, and go test drive it, but I go a step farther and I dive into the electronics. Okay, I got my computer installed. Let's look and see. There's some codes in the transmission module. Alright, let's take a look at this. Now, the reason you saw that, guys, is because this is a nag unit. The nag has its own separate TCM. Okay, the nag, most of the cars, the TCM and the PCM are built into the same functions. Now, let's look at these codes. Okay, guys, most of these codes are stored, by the way. I've already test drove the car. There's no check engine light on, but these codes are stored. Now, one of the reasons they are stored is because they was there before I started the job. These are the same fault codes that was there. Alright, now keep in mind guys, I had the battery disconnected. You should always disconnect the battery when you're making a repair such as transmission replacement. So even with the battery disconnected and now it's connected, these codes are still in the computer memory. Maybe a feature called keep alive memory. I'm not sure. I have to look that terminology up for you, because simply disconnecting the battery did not erase the code, so I have to go in and do this manually. Alright, so just take note of the codes. Like I say, they was there before, hence the reason why I was slipping. Alright, so let's merely erase these now. But what I want to cover, I want to go back into the topology and look at PCM. Okay, y'all see this? Now this lightning bolt represents a flash update. In fact, let's take a look at what it is they want to change by flashing the PCM. Let's take a look at this PCM updates. Okay, now I tend to do this all the time after replacing a transmission. I tend to look up any kind of updates pertaining to transmission shift quality that may be in the form of a flash update. And most of all of these are engine codes, P codes, okay? There's nothing this flash will repair in the transmission Okay, moving down right here, as you can see, customer may experience the following: hard launch and an increase in engine RPM when shifting from park to drive. And this is automatic transmission. Okay, so not only will this flash update address these fault codes, it will also cure some ills that may be related to the TCM, or will make you feel like your transmission acting up. Because like I said earlier, guys, remember that this particular vehicle, this nag transmission, has its own module. So there was no flash update in the transmission module. But what I'm gonna do is like I always do, like say check this and verify. I will flash update this car because of those simple changes that it's gonna make. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I just wanted y'all to understand what I was talking about. I'm only doing this because of that one little change that was mentioned in this flash update. It pertains to transmission shift, and also I could be acting proactively by redoing this. I mean, they may not see these fault codes in the future as far as the codes that the flash will address. So I'm gonna wrap this part of the video up, guys. There's no sense in watching this. I'm gonna flash update this PCM, and so y'all hang tight with me, man. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. I will be right back. So guys, here I am back. Like I said, I wanted to tear this train, at least take the pan off and take a look, because we never did take the pan off. We just based the diagnosis around the odor of the fluid and the fact that the transmission wouldn't shift at all. This filter is so heavy. Imagine, now I want you to pay attention, listen to me for a second. That's what this job of the filter is to do. Okay, to filter out the debris, the normal debris. Okay, this is clutch material. This could have come from the torque converter or either clutches inside. Over time, clutches will wear, and you will get stuff like this. Okay, this doesn't mean it's time to replace your transmission. Okay, your transmission needs replacing because you have starved it. Okay, this is where the filter bolts into the, not really bolt, it just sits in here. Okay, and these little O-rings and this little clips right here actually helps the filter stay in the position it's supposed to. If this filter is this heavy to where it falls out, works its way out, that's not good. The pump sucks in fluid through the filter into the pan, or from the pan, okay? Because the pan is likely supposed to be full of normal red transmission fluid. There's nothing red about this, people. Look at this. Okay, I just got a question. Well, I seen a question from a guy merely asking, merely stating, I didn't catch his name. I'm gonna sit down and talk. I'm gonna sit down and read all the comments when I get home. But he basically was saying he get it. He understand servicing the transmission, but why the Chrysler and Dodge transmission always go out so soon? Well, buddy, there's a change interval to just about any transmission on basically any car. This obviously was not meeting those recommendations. Okay, so it sounds like you trying to point the finger at Dodge or Chrysler as to why the rate of failure is so high. That's what I got out of the comment. And you know me, I answer all comments. I do not mind, and you have a right to your opinion, guy. But like I say, this is a lack of maintenance. This will cause your train. It's not even red anymore. This will cause your transmission to fail. Yes. Okay. That's what would happen. That's what would happen on any car, like I just said. Okay. I think he was alluding to the fact that a lot of other makes will last longer without needing transmission replaced. That could be the case. That could be true. But you know, it's gonna fail if this happened. Just no way around it. Okay. So this was my whole intention, was to tear this apart and get a look at it. All right. So I got y'all the footage that I wanted y'all to see. Wow, guys, it's not even red. Never. This is well, you can't see how it feels, but this is a lot heavier than a typical. Normally a filter will have another hole right here, but this one do not. So look down in there, just clogged up, guys. Not a Dodge problem, just a maintenance problem. Not a Chrysler product, just a maintenance problem. All right. So let me end this video, man, before I get frustrated all over again. Now, bear in mind, guys, supposedly a flush was done. A flush is not going to remove this. A flush is not going to remove the trash out of your filter. That's not what a flush is designed to do. Flush is basically, to me, I don't want to badmouth flush jobs, because a lot of shops depend on it for, you know, for their revenue stream, and that's understandable. But you have no way to clean out a filter by simply doing a flush, a transmission flush. Okay, take that for what it's worth. Okay, but a transmission service, you would have at least got this out and clean out your pan, and you would have started over with fresh new fluid. Okay, now that part of the life of the transmission is already gone and done. There was nothing you can do about that. But all you were merely doing is helping to extend the life of your transmission. All right, so let me wrap this up, guys. It's too long and I'm getting frustrated just looking at this. All right, it's the same equivalent of sludging your engine up by not changing your oil. Same thing, guy. All right, I gotta go. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video.